It's like blinding. Ooh, I got a like, but nobody's on. How does that happen? Did YouTube do that for me? Who liked me? No. Sorry. Sorry. I was messaging my friend. The one I ran into the mall earlier. Okay. What's up, guys? I unpacked my new perfume that I got. Where's the box? I just had it. What did I do with the box? It. I just had it. Maybe did I put it in here? Hold on. It's magic. There it is. So I just opened my perfume. Let me show you what it looks like. I love this round bottle. Like, it's so intimate. It almost feels like a little jewel that like a gypsy would travel with in her little caravan, her little egg to enchant you. But I got the rare suede vanilla from the mall at Victoria's Secrets. Oh, I love it because when you put nice perfume on, it goes through phases, like with your body heat. I wish I could, Alex. I don't have any perfumes to give. I just got this one. And it's such a rare treat to buy a perfume for myself. But I do have this one I could give you. I don't know how that works to, like, if you can send me your P.O. box. This is Marc Jacobs. It's Daisy Love. and I don't really use it. So it's just a little guy. Oh, but yes, I bought this perfume. I'm so excited. I got a really good, well, I got a good deal on it. I wouldn't say really good. It was supposed to be $80 and I got it for $60. The last so okay, let me just show you guys my perfume because I rearranged it. This one's technically kind of a body spray, but it's Bombshell from Victoria's Secrets. Love this one. Actually, I would like to get the perfume of this too. I bet that smells amazing. Yeah, it doesn't say what it's like supposed to smell like in this, but I'm sure if you go online you can find out. Hi. So anyways, yeah, I just arranged my little perfumes there since I bought a new one. What's up? Look who's still awake. Same, guilty as charged. But I was just showing off my little perfumes because I got home and I was like, I gotta rearrange stuff a little bit. Which right now, everything's everywhere. I got vapes and makeup. I'm trying to figure out, I might want to put like my makeup right there. Or maybe I should put my perfume right there, my makeup up there. Actually, come to think of it, that looks better. Larry is watching me. Okay. Is that like my best friend's granddad, Larry? Because he's a great guy. If he was watching me, I would be honored. I have this phone right now rested on the doorknob. That's how creative I am. Thank you for the likes. But yeah, literally the doorknob you guys always see with my little stethoscope on it. I just set it up there. So my friend I ran into at the mall earlier, she invited me out to dance class. We actually worked together in after hours last night, and she was telling me about it. And I kind of wanted to be like, hey, I would like to go to that. And something made me stop. But I ran into her at the mall when I was getting this perfume. And afterwards, or no, while we were at the mall, she invited me to the dance class. So I'm gonna go check that out next Friday. Hello. Hawk Tuna, Tennessee. I've been to Tennessee, but it was Gatlinburg. Maybe you're talking to someone else. Thank you. You're cute too. So much queefer? I mean kefir? Because a queef is like when a girl expels gas from her vagina. But then keef is like the beautiful resin off of marijuana buds. Never heard of queefer. But anyways, yes, so I'm so excited. I'll probably go to that dance class. So I guess it's like a K-pop dance class. Not really, experienced with those. Let me close my bedroom door real quick. So I've done ballet, jazz, tap, my left shoulder. Oh, this one. Oh, and good job knowing it's the left. That's a rose. Okay. But yeah, that's a rose. It says stop and smell the roses. It's funny because when I got this tattoo, okay, I just knew I wanted a rose tattoo. That's all I knew. And I started looking up rose tattoos and like the placement of them. And oh, for rose tattoos, there was like all kinds of different placements. Oh, good, Parker. I'm glad. Earlier we lost you. A whole lot of shit went down. It was crazy. Um, Thank you for the likes. So, anyways, like I go into the tattoo shop, which I was dating the guy. So automatically, you're excited to be there, interested in what they have to say, but you're very passionate about what you want. And I was like, I want a rose tattoo. And I want it on my shoulder. And so we went through like a few different placements. I don't remember if I told him I wanted it on this shoulder specifically, because I don't remember that being part of the conversation, like left or right. Um, yeah, I just told him, texting from Nigeria. I think smell like poo poo. Oh yeah, it's a good song. You look amazing. Hope all is well. Do you have any other tattoos? I do. So, anyways, basically, we were like, okay, we're going to put it on the shoulder. And we kind of went through you know, a few different placements. And this is kind of where we ended up. I think his idea was like, it's like a corsage, right? Um, But this thing here, stop and smell the roses, I love it. I love it. Like the writing on top of it. And when I was looking at the different rose tattoos, I saw this like rose with some writing on it. I'm going to the pool this weekend and I'm going to make some bread. And that's about it. Yeah, because I worked all week. I worked a 14-hour day yesterday. So, yeah. But anyways, it's pretty good. Your AI girlfriend dumped you? Oh, fuck that bitch. There's a million more fish in the sea. I am so in love though. Oh. I have one. So my first tattoo, and I know some people are tired of hearing about this. So we'll just every time maybe make it a little different. But so my first tattoo, I was pissed. I had no idea what I wanted. This was the fuck you pissed first tattoo. Okay. Um my second child's father just left me a few months prior, and I knew I wanted to do something. I've been doing a lot of somethings, but I wanted to do something big, right? I was like going out clubbing, and my mom pushed me into doing like a bikini contest. And ironically enough, I lost a lot of weight because I got super depressed. So I was like 180 pounds. Our son was only like, he was like 3. I think he was about this big, 3.5, something like that. Anyways, so I was still pretty fat. And I I was pissed. So I just walked into a tattoo shop, the nearest one near my shopping area. And I was like looking through the little flip books, and I saw this blue lotus flower. And I was in love. Like when you know, right? So I basically was like, I want this tattoo. And then I actually, before I even talked to him, I knew right where I wanted it. So I was like, I want this tattoo. I want it on my back hip. I want this hip. Kind of like a tramp stamp, but a little over. Because I'm 40, and those that know every girl, her auntie, her cousin, and sometimes her mama got a tattoo right in the middle of their back, like right there. And it was called a tramp stamp. But it is a pretty place. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I get it. It's like right in the middle. So it's a pretty place. No, I came in like, I think second or third place though. But there was only like 5 girls that had the courage to do it. It was at a club I was frequenting, and my mom found out I was going there with friends. I can't even remember. I might have taken her, knowing me. And yes, actually, I did. I took her with me and my friend, and she, she was like, "You got to enter this thing." And I can't remember if I happened to wear a bikini that night or if it was like a following night that I had a bikini on. Oh my god, if I can find that picture, I will actually post it on YouTube because it was so funny. Not like the actual picture of the bikini contest, but I have one like the night before I went out for it at my place. Like right before we left, I was like, someone get a snapshot of me, like when my makeup looks perfect and, I'm not disheveled in any way. So, anyways, long story short, back to what we were saying. Um, I had lost weight, and I don't know why I got on that. Oh yeah, I was just talking about how I was changing, a lot of changes, and so I went into the tattoo place, and this is what I ended up getting my first tattoo. Um, she took about 5 hours or 4.5 hours, and it's a blue lotus with the little stem coming up there, and I just love it. I think it's in a great placement. Like that's what tattoos are about, or placement. Definitely. Um and then what was my next tattoo? So that was my first one. I got that when I was 27. Thank you. Um, what else? What else? What else? That's the first tattoo. What was my second one? The rose was my second one. Yeah. And again, that was like all of my tattoos were in a year. I was dating that tattoo artist. And it was kind of like we were dating. We never became official. So basically we would kind of, have our little fun time, which we had some wonderful fun times. Like, it's not just about that. Like, that's important. But when you meet someone that, like, you connect with on an intellectual and social and like fun way. And it's also okay to be quiet around them and you can joke. Like that's when magic happens. And so it'd be like magical and then it wouldn't be. And in order to contact him again, it was almost like, hey, I'm thinking about this tattoo. So, really, the story of my tattoos speak of how crazy I was back then and the way of commitment and stability because it was like boom, 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 you know. So I got that one. Then I got this one. Then I drew this one. This is one of my favorite tattoos right here, actually. Okay, good for you. I don't need a magical adventure. I am a magical adventure. So I drew this on like a napkin. I think it was one of those little like to go napkins for fast food or like Chinese takeout. And I was just sitting there in my living room one night at my dining room table and I knew I wanted to get the Mother Mary. Didn't know where, how, what, when, where, but I knew like the type of Mother Mary that I needed. And I loved the Guatemalan style because it had the rosary around it. But with all the Guatemalan styles, like her dress is super flowy and she has like this crown and jewelry and also there's a lot of color involved, which I knew I didn't want color with this one. I wanted it more somber, more Protestant. Have you? Um, but I always loved women in the Bible, and Mother Mary, definitely one of them. So on the napkin, I basically drew the Western style Mother Mary, very like simple attire, no crown, just a nice little, almost like what a nun would wear, like a German Protestant nun. But she is holding the rosary. She's of the old faith because that's what she would have been of. And yeah, I just like that one. And so I drew it on a napkin and he took his fancy machine and printed it out into a it's like a stick-on tattoo. They can take their drawing and digitally, and this was like 15, 20 years ago or some shit. Let's see, I was 20, what did I say, 27. So I'm 40 now. So do the math, whatever that is. So they could digitally, and then they print it out, and it's like a temporary tattoo so that they can, if you wanted, which I never used because I just needed to see the artwork. And then sometimes they put it on to help, they go in with the gun then and put it over that. So I never had it as a temporary tattoo, it was meant as a plaster. So, anyways, we had this Mother Mary that I drew, and then he like perfected it, right? Like her face, her little nose, and like some of these details and the darkening around the rosary beads and whatnot. But I mean, I even drew these and the rosary around it. But I didn't want this crazy rosary coming down because that's how the Guatemalan style Marias are. Once it comes up to this point, there's like a crazy cross and rosary over the middle that almost cover the Mother Mary. Instead, I left it open and I had her like holding it, and see it goes out into the full rosary. But anyways, didn't know where I wanted it. And we were playing around with a few ideas. It didn't take long to realize, because I think originally he had suggested, oh, maybe here, like one of these or something. I think that's actually where, or might have been up here too. But I didn't, for work, I didn't want it showing because I work in the medical field. Thank you. I appreciate that, Troy. Um, so we settled for under the arm right here. And like, I think it's a great placement. I love it. Most people don't even know I have it. Like, I can wear scrubs, which cover obviously this tattoo. And a lot of people don't even know I have tattoos. Like, it's so hidden. Like, you have to actually show it, you know? I guess it does kind of stick out in the back there, but like definitely in the front, you really can't even tell. Which I like that. I think that's cool. Because, yeah. I feel like when you see a person, and I don't mean to sound super judgmental, but when you see a person with like a lot of tattoos in visible places, it's just so like, I don't know. It's well, I used to have the opinion that it was like you didn't care about getting a good job, or, you know, maybe you, well, yeah, mainly like the thing about the jobs, which, like, if you were raised with parents that like really wanted you to work and stuff. Um, But my opinion has slightly changed of that as I've gotten older, because I have met some people that were raised by very like structured parents, and they were also driven themselves in the, you know, their career paths, but they had like visible arm tattoos. And also like a lot of nurses, especially in the medical field, were seeing nurses, not so much doctors, but like that have a lot of tattoos, like in visible places, and jobs are even laxing up on that. So yeah, I have 5 tattoos. Where is the girl who win the match of? I don't know what that means. How's everybody doing tonight? I have to go heat my food up. I made chicken margarita pasta. Well, Healthy Choice made it. I just heated it up. Let's be real. So I'm gonna heat the rest of it up there. Yeah, definitely, Roland. If you message this video after it's uploaded, that's the best way for me to be able to follow you back, because I don't know if there is a way, but I haven't been able to figure it out, of seeing the comments of the live after the live's posted. I feel like my voice is graspy. Yeah, like all my ink's hidden a little bit. That one's hidden, that one's hidden, the one on my back. I have one on my shoulder blades there, kind of incognito. But yeah, that's the best way for me because I can't see these messages after we end the live. So like if you subscribe or comment, that's how I can see you. Whew. Good night tonight, guys. What's up? I was gonna do a haul of my Walmart stuff, but I just bought a bunch of kale and potatoes and onions. Um, Not really much to show off. I did buy some new lotion though. With you. Okay. A lot of people love me. Like there's so much love, the people that come here. I think that's cool. And like as long as you're being respectful, you're not, like obviously being weird. I love love. Love's great. Not doing phone numbers. Okay. So what were we doing? We were heating food up. There was something I was thinking. Oh, I was gonna show you the lotion I bought. Yeah, that's right. Do you guys want to see my lotion? My face is breaking out so bad. It's so weird because before I started the testosterone, like, oh gosh, look how ripply my skin looks right there. Whoa, that's crazy. Huh. I need to get some of the like, they do it on both sides. Yeah. I wonder if that's because I've always had muscular arms, so now there's like fat there, and I haven't been working out as much. So like the fat's not feeding as much muscle. I don't know. But anyways, let's show you this lotion. They actually have like a treatment for that, and it's ultrasonic waves. So it's like these very microscopic vibrations, and they basically like piss off and irritate, well not irritate, but they they wallow through in your bands, what do we call it? Like the visceral tissues around the subcutaneous fat. And it kind of like tugs it around, the vibrations, so that it like loosens things up. But I got to get the kids' cars first. I do want to get some laser therapy on some of this sun spots because I was a big sun girl growing up in Florida. Got lots of that sun damage. So kids' cars, that. I also want to do some traveling. Yeah, so things like, that's just a beauty treatment. Probably get some laser done and ultrasonic. I did not know my arms looked like that. That's one good thing about coming on here. Sorry guys, that's probably like a boring topic for you. But yeah, how's everybody doing tonight? Are you talking to somebody on there, Parker? Do you mind me saying your name? I guess everybody can see the names on here. But like if you go back and watch the live, nobody would know it's you commenting. But maybe you're talking to someone else. I think about my safety on here. There's been like several videos I've had to go back and be like, did I show my address on that? Did I say my name? Did I give my phone number out? Like just earlier when I lived, I was at Victoria's Secrets checking out, and we were about to verify a bunch of information. I was like, let me mute that real quick. Because you don't always think of that. Ireland, what's up? Let's go, buddy. I want to go to Ireland so bad. I actually booked a trip to Ireland because I have my passport. What was it? Was it the beginning of this year? Yeah, I think it was. I got like a really good deal on airplane tickets. And then I had just enough money. Well, actually, it was like on the skinny side to stay there. But then I got really like paranoid about traveling alone. Is Ireland like a pretty safe place for a solo female to travel? Show you what. I do, because I was going to go to Canada. That's why I got it. I wanted to go to the TIFF, Toronto Independent Film Festival. It's like a dream, like, oh, don't even know. I actually told everyone in my family that I want to go to TIFF every single year for the rest of my life, as many years as I can, which I've not been once. I found out about it like 5 years ago and I still haven't been. But once I get these kids' cars and pay off some of this credit, get these kids some cars, maybe get a little, you know, beauty treatments. I'll probably, honestly, I'll probably go to TIFF. Well, no, I'll get the kids cars. I gotta get them settled with their cars and education, which I'm almost done with. And then I'm gonna go to TIFF. Yeah, Toronto. I'm so excited. You know, it's hard to do these bucket list things when you're born podunk poor. And then like even the guys I've been with, they're all very well traveled, came from anywhere from upper middle class. My son's father, my husband was like way upper middle. No, actually they were rich. Traveled all over. But they're like, you know, it's not their money, it's their families. So they can't really take you to travel. Plus they're like, you don't want to travel. In fact, this is for my 40th birthday, I purchased my own cruise ticket. Yep. And it was my first cruise. I live in Florida, so that's a big deal. And I was very proud of myself because it was my first cruise. And both of my partners have been on a million cruises, And they're like, oh, they're so boring. You don't want to go on those cruises. Once you've been to one, you've been to them all. Well, let me figure that out for myself, thank you. I don't know. I think I tend to attract men that have done a lot of fun things and they just want somebody that's not going to expect much from them. I don't know why. That is like, I don't know. Maybe because I'm like so driven, but I'm also pretty and I came from a poor family. And so, like, I always like worked harder to, yeah. So, I don't know. But, anyways, Tiff, I'm gonna be there 2028, baby. I'm excited. In fact, we should get together. Dude, we've got to get together. That would be so fun. Are you kidding? Imagine how much fun that would be. Like, inanimate fun. That'd be kind of cool to like go to a few different places there. They also have music scene in Montreal, lots of things to do. That's really cool. Um, there's a garden in Canada. I want to see. I need to show us the lotion. Oh, that's right. But I am gonna show you the lotion. Sorry, guys. Oh shit. Well, thank you. It's somewhere in the middle of Canada, this garden. It's so like, how do I explain this? Basically, in the garden community, like true gardeners have to do apprenticeships. Japan and London, I think I'm saying that correctly, or maybe it's like the UK at large, are the aficionados of gardens. I mean, France is probably in there too. Don't let me leave France out. But as far as the skilled practice, world renowned, there is a man who in Japan was, or not Japan, in Canada was recognized for his garden. And I can't remember where he did his apprenticeship. He might have actually not have done a traditional apprenticeship, but he has this garden, and I think it's like central Canada, or it might be a little more easterly. And it has been in the books of some of the best gardening sources in the world. He's won awards. It's been in magazines, newspapers, all of the etc. And I really want to go to that. That would be cool too. So, yeah. If I ever do Canada, definitely going to check out a few things while I'm there. If I have time, that's another thing too. Sometimes I plan things in chunks. So, like last time I planned the Toronto trip for Tiff, like I had the hostel booked and it was all in Toronto, and I had just enough like PTO, paid time off at my job to be able to go to that. Because I don't know how it is in other countries, but in America, you like work 365 days, like, so you like throughout the year, but you usually get like 2 days off a week, and then you also get so many paid time off hours. So essentially it's like having like 2.5 days off a week. So you have to book, like bank rather, those paid time off hours. So that's why it's hard for us to travel, because we don't get like summers off only the holidays: Christmas, Thanksgiving, 4th of July, Martin Luther King Day, Veterans Day, and what's the one coming up? Labor Day. We have a Labor Day in September. I think it's September 8th. So anyways, but yeah, so that's why it's like, it's almost like you have to not take any sick hours off. Don't use any of your PTO, except for like the holidays are almost forced. You have to take those off in order to take more than like 2 weeks off of work a year. You have to do all that. So yeah, it's kind of hard to like, that's why like I want to do a big Euro trip where I go over to, say, I get off in somewhere where it's cheaper to fly into and then go to like all of the European, like just do like a huge, I would actually probably do UK and Eastern Europe, and then I would do like Spain, Italy, like Southern Europe. And Germany's the one I'm like it's least on my list, but I guess I could like scoot over there and check that out too. Austria, Budapest is much more interesting to me for some reason than Germany. Prussia proper. Oh yeah, I've heard Switzerland's great. Yeah, Poland. Yeah. Yeah, lots of Polish people where I live actually. We get like Polish patients weekly, or no, at least monthly. Yeah. That's how Florida is though. There's a lot more international not immigrant, well, immigrants too, but expats and such in Florida compared to a lot of the other southern states of the United States. Yeah, I've heard like Switzerland's so clean and like so much pretty nature. Although Switzerland's the smaller one, right? Sweden's bigger. See, being a lab girly, I've been looking at those two countries. Ooh, I just pooted. And there's a lot of laboratory work, pharmaceutical, laboratory research in Switzerland. So this is the lotion I got tonight, guys. This is a classic lotion. Actually, hold on. I gotta show you the chapstick I have. Oh, where did I put that? Do you want to come on a ride with me? I was gonna say magical ride, but not really. Let me turn my light on. Oh, you know what? Did I put it? Hold on, actually. I think. This is like a private investigation. I had it in my pocket when I got home from work. And I usually will set my pocket stuff right here, but I moved everything because I got home with my perfume and I was like, let me totally organize this area, which I'm still not done with. The only other thing is sometimes I'll put stuff, that's my little makeshift nightstand. Remember, guys, I was sleeping on the floor and somebody helped me buy a bed on here. Amazing. Um, Thank you so much. I've never seen that person again. It was so random. I think they thought that I was gonna show them my poontang because they cash apped me $100 and it said foresee it. So, but I just like, for me, in my mind, I'm gonna say that was to help me get my bed because I never heard from them again, and that's not even what I was talking about. But I don't see my chapstick right there. That's why I'm a little confused. Let's see, this was my purse. Okay, hold on. I don't think it's in my purse, but we can try to look in there. Maybe I put it in the big compartment. Thank you for the likes. Let's see. What would I have done? I would have put it either on my nightstand or there. Contents of my work bag here. I've got, let's see, what's in your bag? I've got ibuprofen, ortho scissors. Actually, these are my hair scissors. How did they get in there? Here's the ortho scissors. I use those to take like casts and dressings off. I got a pen, face lotion, cardiovascular medicine, a receipt, a napkin, my keys, and another pen, and some elastics, but I don't see my chapstick. So basically, I bought this chapstick. Honestly, I didn't even look for phone mounts because I picked ice cream out for my daughter, and the electronic department was on the whole other side of Walmart, which I probably should have started out on that side in retrospect. But after I got my veggies, the frozen food was right there. And so I picked the ice cream out. And then I was like, wow, I can't go all the way to electronics and look through electronics without the ice cream melting. Where is my chapstick? Hold on, guys. I'm on a mission now. I'm like driven. And I'm going to tell you why this chapstick is so important to my story. I wonder if I left it in my car or downstairs. That would have been weird. Let me look in my pocket. No, it's not in my work pocket. Huh. Yeah, I always empty. I would never put my scrubs in the dirty laundry bin without emptying my pockets. I might have left it in my car. Okay, I just remembered I wore those scrubs yesterday, and I wore black scrubs well, I wore black pants today. I wore my nice like little polo. So I wore those black pants, which I did find my chapstick in, and then I wore this like blue polo with it. It has embroidery on the other side. All right, so when I was a teenager and I was in that cult, I think you guys have heard me talk about that cult before. I was in a cult from age essentially 13, but really, I guess you could say 14. I had just turned 14, but I entered through the gates, walked into the cult when I was 13 to 21. On and off. There was a couple gaps I was not in the cult. But there was a lady who came, and she was so pretty. Her name was Dawn. She had this really pretty hair and pretty physique and nice things. And she was a little older than most of the girls that would come there. I've had chicken livers before. They're actually all right. They got to be fried really good, really hot, fast, and breaded good, and then with like lots of hot sauce, and you got to serve it on top of rice. That's the only way I've ever liked livers. I'm not big on the bigger livers, whatever animals those come from, but I like the little livers. But anyways, I should thank you. I appreciate that, Kev. You know how many people have told me that? Maybe I really should. So anyways, there was I need to go through therapy all about it first though before I can write a book. That's what I'm in the process of doing right now for the last year and a half. Which I had to touch on traumas even before the cult to get into the trauma of the cult. But so this girl Dawn came, and she always had this little bathroom basket, because none of us had like permanent bathrooms. There was different bathrooms, and so you were always like using different bathrooms. And so she had this little, actually it's funny. Do I still have it? Yes, I do. It looked just like this, and partially this is why I bought this too. See, this is the thing, is like nostalgia, some things you've been through. So it was exactly this little caddy, and in it she had this Palmer's cocoa butter lotion, and it smelled kind of like vanilla and cocoa bean. Cocoa bean, not chocolate, but anyways, or maybe it was shea butter. I think actually, I always thought it was cocoa bean, but you can't find a Palmer, and this is what I found out tonight when I went to Walmart. You can't find, yeah, you got it right, Stephanie, with a PH and IE, the British way. Anywho, long story short, she would take a shower, and she would like comb her hair until it dried, and she had like way long hair, which was different because most of us had like longer hair. The longer you'd been there, the longer your hair was. So she was kind of sporty and different, and I just remember like she would brush her hair straight as it dried. Like none of not that we weren't allowed to use heating tools, but just the girls that lived there, like, we didn't. You know, everything was very simple, and like spending too much time on your beauty regimen was seen as vain. So, anyways, and so I was like, oh my God, this girl has all this cute stuff and everything, and this stuff smells so good. And a few years ago, I found this chapstick, and it's the Palmer's coconut oil formula with vitamin E. It's just the chapstick, which I need to use right now. And it smells so good. And so she also had, well, she had the lotion. When I found this, I was like, oh my God, it smells just like that girl. Well, I decided, because you guys, I don't know if you remember, hold on, where's the other lotion I had? I've been using this other lotion for like a year because I bought it at Giorgini's or Giorgio's, yeah, for like, I think it was like $5, which I was happy to get like a whole bottle of lotion for $5. And there's actually like a lot of good stuff in it. It's made by Tree Hut, but it's very greasy, right? Anyways, it's almost completely gone. Like, there's almost none left. Because I was like, I'm not buying another damn lotion. Lotion can get expensive. I'm a very frugal person. I like to, and you guys know, I've had the same flip-flops for like 6 or 4 years now. Actually, hold on. Yeah, 4 years. So I'm frugal like that, but dun 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 dun, I'm throwing this one out. We're gonna chuck it, in the garbage can there. It's almost gone. It's greasy. I really don't like it. I got the Palmer's Shea Butter Raw Shea Nourish. Palmer's Shea Butter formula. And it smells just like that girl did. And it pars so well with my new perfume that I got. The therapist I had when I was younger, like when we were going through some family stuff, she was wearing this Victoria's Secret's vanilla perfume, and that's actually what gave me the idea to get it. Well, there was a lady today at work. She smelled like vanilla. She got her perfume from Sephora, and it smelled so good. And it reminded me of the Victoria's Secret's vanilla. Now, I have not been looking to get perfume recently, blah, blah, blah. It's not something I need. But when I remembered that, I was like, oh my gosh, I loved that Victoria's Secret's vanilla. It was like the best vanilla perfume you could ever have in your life. And I actually went and bought a bottle because I've been working so much overtime and I deserve a little something for that. Or I shouldn't even say I deserve. I afforded myself to do that. And I wanted to do that. And yeah. So anyways, that lotion with that perfume smells so good. And I love because all of it has memories involved in it. And that's what I'm all about. I love it. Sour curd? Ooh, interesting. I like that. You know, I was actually buying coconut milk cans, and like I cook with coconut milk, but that thick stuff on the top, I would just rub it Actually, I still do that. Anytime I buy coconut milk, I do that. It's like such a treat. Because I like to make this Thai, well, I don't know if it's traditionally Thai, but like it's a curry chicken that I make. And it's so good. It's really good. It's like a mix between India curry and Thai foods that would use coconut milk. Parker, definitely come back. It's good to see you, man. Thank you for your entertainment and your time and sticking around. I know. I should make it soon. It's more a dish I make in the winter, honestly. Every now and again in the summer, but I'm such a like pasta girl in the summer. And then whenever the breeze starts flowing in, I start making stews. And then like for winter time, I'll make like my chipotle chicken or my Thai chicken curry. And quiches. I love quiches in the winter. I don't know why. Like it's funny when I meal prep, I'm more likely to do pastas in the summer and then quiches in the winter. Like you will catch me with a bag at work, like a little Ziploc baggie with some quiche in it in the winter time. Best believe it. Change it up and make them in different seasons. Maybe. I mean, I kind of feel like, yeah, I mean, maybe we could try that. It might be off though. It might feel off. I don't know. We'd have to try it. Oi. I heated my food up and I let it get cold again. I'm so just over putting on foundation on my face. I could care less. Honey chai ginger turmeric tea. Oh, that sounds amazing. I make a really good chai and I put honey in it. Oh, thank you. All right, I'm gonna heat my food up, guys. Let's go heat food up. Oh, I gotta get working out. All right, help me stay accountable. What we are gonna do this fall, okay, is I want to turn this bedroom into a mermaid palace. We've got to get some good decorations, like a nice big vocal point mermaid there. Some other cool, I have like fish pictures and cool things. And I want to get this bedspread's gotta go. This was actually, I think, my son's beds, or I know, actually, I think my ex picked this out because it's so big and it's black and I'm not about it. And but I did get these sheets that I love. These, and see the little pockets? Remember I told you guys about the pockets? I've got like a book in there. So I don't know why I have a random Q-tip there, because I'm obsessed with cleaning my ears. If my ears feel at all itchy, I'm like grabbing a Q-tip. I keep Q-tips on deck. But yeah, I want to get more blues and teals. Like, this is my colors here as a person. Like teals, blues. I love that. So I think that will look nice with the burnt orange sheets. You get to know what my bedroom's gonna look like. That's so weird, like talking to people and you guys know what my bedroom looks like. But I have no idea what anything looks like in your life. Anyways. I know, isn't that so cool? They were only like $20 for that set. And they're, I think they're 800 thread count. Gotta love Amazon, dude. I mean, I hope there's not like slaves making those that work for like almost nothing. That's the only thing about Amazon, is you can't know about the business moralities that you get it from. Like, at least other businesses like Vera Bradley and Calvin Klein and Ralph Lauren and such, you know, they report those things.